Hello, this is Rick and Carrie, giving you a walkthrough of our refinery. First up, AP tank system. This particular tank right here is the model that we are going to be putting up for sale on our geotech page. 3-tank system. Invacare air pump. Goes through, goes into my main tank right here, which is a backflow tank to keep it from sucking fluid out of your actual AP tanks if this goes off. Occasionally air pressure or temperature will cause it to backflow, and you want a reservoir tank right here to keep it from getting into your pump and messing your pump up. I have done that. That's the main tank, and all my other hoses go into that. And that's what powers up these AP tanks. Notice I got 2 hoses coming out. That way the air has a way to escape, and it goes over here and put it in here because it does fit. That way you gotta catch your reservoir. And I got one that's leaking, so it's inside a plastic tray. It's good to have a plastic dish like this, something or other underneath all your AP tanks, so that if you get a leak or something, it don't go everywhere. 50 amp converter is what I got for running the sulfuric cells. See, I got 2 of them up right here, glass dish, stainless steel strainer. All the other refiners say use copper. It doesn't matter. It's going into acid Clorox after you deflate it in sulfuric acid, so it's all good. Another mini cell right there. Got a couple hot plates. This is actually for cooking in the house. We use it for boiling down sulfuric acid. Right there's a warming plate. It's what we use for drying our precipitates and such. Got a bunch of coffee carafes and whatnot on the back shelf. Them are always good. It's what you want whenever you're doing refining. They're great. I love them. Can't ever have too many of them. Right here's what? Cottage cheese container, something like that. And I got a pump out of a vacuum cleaner inside this. Switch is taped, wired on the back, so you turn it on and off. It goes up, it's tied into our hood vent system we got right here. Then it's right out the roof. Pretty decent little hood vent. You gotta get a bulb in it. Anyway, pump here. Igman, a Rubbermaid, whatever. Ice chest. This is where we do our acid Clorox, and if we're doing any aqua regia, it's done in here. That way we can turn the air pump on and it's sucked up through the vent and it's gone. We're not gassing ourselves. Got plumbed in another chunk of hose, goes down here to the bucket. This is our vacuum filter. If we have need of a vacuum filter for anything, this kicks. This is nice. All you gotta do is just lift this off and put it in another bucket. You're ready to rock. Aside from that, ain't really a whole lot more to show you. Various items, clothespins, wooden ones are great. Don't really want plastic. Sulfuric acid in concentrated form eats it up. Shears for clipping off fingers on ram cards. A little suction ball pump. Much better than a turkey baster for siphoning off solutions. Turkey baster and pivots work great, but if you're working with large volumes of solution, you want that. Hacksaw thing, or cutting off plugs on cords if snippers over there won't work. Strainers, whatnot. Old lamp, heater, fan, stereo. So yeah, this is our refinery. It's not done. We got a lot more that we're going to do to it. Trick it out. But currently, this is what we got for a backyard shed refiner's area. You guys can spin it around here. Old car seat looking things. Called rockers. They got speakers inside them. We got it hooked up over here, wires and everything crazy everywhere. We plug it into a stereo, we plug it into the computer, and that way we got music in here and whatnot. It's cool. Lots of other wire junk up here on the wall for wiring in silver cells, sulfuric cells, whatever. silver cell is something I haven't got built, that we're going to probably be building a little bit later on this evening or something, and be putting in here too. Been busting hump, getting all this stuff put together in about the last 2.5 days. Doing everything we could. We're getting it done. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the little walkthrough that we got going on here. I have no idea how much more time this will give me. Likes to cut me off in the middle of sentences. We got our chemical stockpile under the bench. Sulfuric acid, chlorine bleach, muriatic acid. We got a weed sprayer down there. Much more effective than these things. Them little squirt bottles rock for squirting stuff out too, but that pump up weed sprayer, oh yeah. You'll learn to like it too, you get into refining. Everyone says 12 volt 3 amp battery charger. I call BS on all the guys that say that. These big ones, the more amperage you got, the better. It'll strip it a lot faster. Oh, but it might get some base metals in it. Who cares? You're putting it through acid Clorox. You're going to be refining it. It doesn't matter if you got a little base metal in it as long as you're deplating the gold. Get the gold off, deplate it, run it through acid Clorox, drop it out with SMB, decan off the rest of the solution, get your powder, dry it, mix it with borax, and melt it. It's that freaking easy. There are so many out there talking bullshit about refining. Excuse the language, but I'm getting kind of wound talking about it. Our Refinery. Hope you enjoyed.